Hey guys, my name's Andrew. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on taking apart some of the interior of the Celica. As you can see, there's a lot of rust that I already know is here that's going to be that we'll have to repair, but there is some rust underneath here as well as right there, and I just want to see how much, if there is even more behind these panels. This rust that you see here is actually from this hole. I showed you this in the last update with the Celica, except it was covered. Now you can just see it's like really loose rust, and if you look inside, the person that had it before, they just put like some, it looks like some epoxy on top, or either really epoxy or just really bad welds, and that's why this whole section rotted out, and just hitting it you can see rust falling out. So I want to take apart the interior to see what's underneath and give us a better idea. I'm going to start by removing these back interior panels, and then taking out this carpet and then the back seat, and then if I have time today I'll start on the inside as well. So most of these panels are just held in with little clips or some Phillips head screws, so I'm just going to start taking these off. I'm just going to put these screws right back where they were so I don't lose them, and keep track of them easily that way. So there's a clip at the bottom here. I just use my tool, my interior tool, and pop it out. It's actually two. There we go. So I have the panels out. This one, they're just some little wire connectors that I disconnected. I'll keep the light in with that. This is easy to take out. These interior trim pieces, there's a little bit of rust on them, but so far the interior metal, this all seems pretty good, so that's a good sign. The only thing is, which I showed you in the last video, right here you can see there's some water still from the last rain. I don't want it to start building up because of the rust holes that it has up there. The water comes in and soaks the carpet and makes it stay there longer, so that's why I'm trying to get rid of the interior for now, and then I can dry this out and help prevent some rust. So I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way. Next I'll probably take out these plastic covers, and then I'll take out this carpet. Actually, I'm not going to take this out quite yet because I have to take out the bracket holding the seat in. So what I will do is I'm going to push this seat forward like that, and then I can disconnect the carpet from there and then take out this this carpet first, and then we'll get to those plastic tubs. Alright, so now that I disconnected the carpet from this, I'm just going to reattach this trim piece, and then I'll go ahead and I'll actually take this part of the seat out. Oh, that feels good, taking something this big out. It's like the first big step. So with that carpet out, I can go ahead and start, I'm gonna start vacuuming some of this loose rust away. See what I discover and just what I can remove, get the rest of that water dried up. And for now, I think I'm gonna leave this wood. It's pretty rotten, but it kind of just will let me rest my tools while I work on the rest of it for now, and then I can remove it when I need to, and then obviously replace it, because that's not going to be able to stay. But this metal looks good so far. The interior metal looks good. It's just the outside sheet metal that I'm worried about right now. Okay, well, I unscrewed this panel just because, there you go, it's sitting like that, just because of this rust that I saw here. Just want to take it out so I can wire brush it a little better and to see what's underneath it too. I will have to take out this though before I can finish removing this. I might end up just putting it back after I clean it, like with a wire brush. I'm going to remove these two screws here so I can just remove this little lid and just keep this open. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then just continue vacuuming. Alright, so that's relatively dry. I'll back it up in the sun later and have the heat help air and dry that out. I'm going to go ahead and see now if I can remove those seat brackets to get these plastic tubs out of the way. There you go. These are just 12 mil. So since I last had the camera on, I've been able to take this plastic tub off as well as this plastic tub, and then since I took that off, I was able to take this metal part here. You can see the rust a little better now that it's in the daylight. It's not that bad on this side though. But what you can see now that that's removed is there's some rust in here too, which doesn't look too bad. Hopefully we'll be able to get the skills in welding to be able to patch that up. This is normal, this hole, this is for the gas tubes and everything. I did take as well this interior panel. It's kind of hard to see. There you go, it's a little easier to see now. So now you can get access to the lights, but you also see this, I'm trying to block the sunlight from you guys. There you go, this rust here, as well as right here there's more rust that you can see falling. So I'll have to eventually take that light out and patch that up. So next thing I'm gonna do is I was gonna leave this in, but since I took that out, I'm gonna remove this wood, and eventually I'll probably remove this. None of the rust, like right here, it doesn't seem to be too deep. It seems to be just surface rust, like a little bit of scaling. I don't think I'll have to cut that out. I might just be able to like wire wheel it and get it down to bare metal and then treat that. But I mean that will happen later. That's the impression I'm getting right now. I did also take off this panel. It's right there. I have to check. I do have another hatch. You can see the rust is bad there. You can also see that it's starting to bubble here. Some more rust is forming there. You can obviously see it right there too. I'll check if my other hatch has these plastic clips, and I'll probably just end up transferring over the lock, the clips and that stuff, and not have to worry about fixing all of this rust, because that's pretty bad. Yeah, so the next thing I'm gonna be working on, I'm gonna take out I'm going to try to take out this back seat, and then I'll be taking out the driver and passenger seat so I can remove the carpet. I'll probably also have to take the center console out for that. I will be putting the driver's seat back, that way I can still drive it around, so the engine still gets some, still gets some run time. At that point, I can take down the headliner, and then that will give me better access to see the, I mean, obviously I can see it's not good, but how bad the rust is from the other side. And I'll also probably be able to do some welding from the other side of the actual the frame, not so much the skin. You can see the skin flex a little bit, but the actual support of this section. So I'll get back to you when we start taking out this back seat. Alright, so now we're gonna start unbolting the seat. There's a 14 mil. I slid the seat forward just so I can have access to these back bolts. There's a wire harness down here connecting to the seat, so just gotta unclip that and then we can pull it out. Alright, so now that I got the seat out, I should be able to just carry it right out. There we go. So you can see here there's some rust. This is more from the seat frame itself. This isn't too bad. Here there's some more rust. This is also the seat frame. I was checking it out earlier. Guess that's from the seat too. But you can see there's must be from a leak around here, whether it's the door or whatever. You can actually, I don't know if you can see or even hear the little droplets of water coming up. So that's a puddle there. Scared to see what it looks like underneath that, as well as here. This would get some puddling, so that's why we're taking up the carpet to see what's really underneath it. Next I'm going to take out this seat, and then I should be able to take out this rear section of carpet. But first I'm going to vacuum up this rust. Alright, so now I'm going to be removing this back seat. I think it's just held in by two size 12 bolts, but we'll see as we continue. One. Two. Yep, that's it. It's just some of the foam that's getting stuck down. Some of the seatbelt holding it back. Oh, yeah, it's a seatbelt. So there we go. That doesn't look too nice under there. Hopefully it's just back carpet. Man, you can see the frame of the seat is like destroyed. I mean, this is still my first look. I mean, this metal seems pretty good. I don't know what's underneath this sound deadening and insulation. But you see, this is like what the frame of the seat was, and it's just left rust everywhere. So I'll go ahead and vacuum this out, and it'll give me a better idea. And then moving this insulation shouldn't be too bad. I'll probably try to get rid of this insulation as well, and I'll be back with you once that's done. Okay, so now that I removed this back seat, I also removed some insulation. There's a little bit of rust in here on the panel. There you go, you can see screwdriver goes in all the way. So that's something I'll have to cut out and repair. Also, the sound deadening will have to come out so I can see what's really underneath it. I'd like to think that the sound deadening helped it, but I really don't know, and I kind of doubt it. But we'll see when we get around to removing that. So now we need to pull out this middle section of carpet. I've already kind of started around the edges. It comes out pretty easy. I can see some nasty rust in some places, which is to kind of be expected. But there is some, you see this is the sound ending. It looks good, but then I see some stuff here. We'll have to get the sound ending out to really tell. And then when I was pulling out this back section, it's still not too easy. I actually found an old cassette. So this would have been from the previous owner. It's super dirty and I have no idea what's on it. I don't even know if we have a cassette player, but I doubt it'd even work. I just thought it was something cool to find in the car. And I knew about this before, but there's actually a parking pass from Miami International Airport, and it was from back in '89. So in '89 it was still driving around doing its thing, and yeah, that was just a cool little piece of history that came with the car. To get this section of carpet out though, the reason I saw that before, I just used to keep it in here. You have to remove this ashtray, and there's two screws. So when I remove those screws, that will lift up this little piece that covers a parking brake, and then I should be able to lift out this whole middle section of carpet. I'll remove this insulation and I'll get back to you guys when I'm done that, and then we're gonna start with this front carpet. To get the front carpet out, we're gonna have to take out this part of the center console. We might have to disconnect. I might have to disconnect the gas pedal, but that shouldn't be too difficult. And then we should be able to get this part out, and then we'll have all the carpet out, and really all that will be left to strip the interior. To the part I want to do it will be these like side panels. Maybe I'll start with the doors, I don't know, but I know I want to get the headliner off to get better access to the roof and the ceiling of the car to see what's on this side. So at this point I've already vacuumed. This is where the back seat was, this is where the back part of the front seats were. So I knew there was water getting in the car, and you can see here there's some rust holes, and this is some heavier rust. This little like plug was sitting in there, and but it was all rusted around it. So if this might actually be a good thing in the sense that I'm sure all the water, well, hopefully all the water would have funneled down and just fallen out here instead of rusting out the whole thing. That's my hope, and I think that's what happened, because there's not too much rust here. This looks pretty clean. This looks like some light surface rust. Same thing happened over there. You can see that hole. That one was actually still sitting in there like that. I just pushed it through, and it's, you know, there, and you can see another light rust hole. So now we just got to take out the front piece of carpet, then all the interior carpet will be removed. I know I said I was going to do it later, but yesterday I actually not finished, but did some more digging, and got a wire brush, just a hand wire brush, and you can see there are some holes in here. So this part might have to be cut out and replaced. I don't know if I'll be able to just fill that in with some welds. Seeing that this is rusted, it'll probably just keep getting bigger, so I might have to cut it out. But it doesn't look like
that big of a problem. So just gotta start on the front section, which we'll be doing now. Okay, so now we're gonna be starting to remove this front carpet. I've already disconnected the gas pedal from the actual pedal from like the rod or cable that adjusts the throttle, connects the throttle. Now I'm just gonna see if hopefully I'll just have to remove this piece and not. No, I shouldn't have to remove that. If I do, then it's not happening today.
Oh, Zell. Zell I don't use. I use it. Zell I don't know. I mean, I can try to figure it out, but that's not what I use. I thought just a transfer between accounts.
Okay, so you can see I got the carpet out. There's still this same like insulation that I'll be removing, and then another weekend I'll start with removing all this sound deadening, so I can see how much rust there really is underneath. I'm expecting there to be some, especially here and there. You can see that it's a little bit wet in that corner. So once we get all this insulation out and the sound deadening out, then we can really see what's underneath. And now that I have the carpet out, I'm gonna go ahead and install the trim back. Just I'm not ready to start on this spot yet, so I'd rather have it in. That way I don't forget where anything goes, and I can take it apart as I need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, vacuum all the floor, and then install the trim, this center console back, and then I'll pick up again. Alright, so I've put the center console back in, as well as the parking brake trim. That's going to be it for this weekend and this episode. I'm going to put the seats back in, that way I can drive it around. In the next episode, you'll see I'll take apart the interior trims, like that piece, the door trims, as well as the interior. That'll be my task for next weekend. And soon I'll also be trying to remove this sound deadening. I'll get some dry ice, lay it on, and then that should make it brittle and I can crack it and start removing it like that. But that's going to be my goal for next weekend, finish removing the interior. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of working on the Celica. It was tricky. I got a lot done that I'm happy with the progress so far. I've uncovered some rust that I know I'm going to have to work on, but that's part of the project. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a like. If you have any questions or anything to say, really, just leave it in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for next week's video. Bye guys.